This is Hampton Dortch, the host of Wake Up and Lead, a daily podcast where ambitious young professionals learn to lead themselves. 2 days ago, I announced that at least through 200 episodes, I will be releasing a daily podcast. And there's a framework that I'm going to be following where Sunday is faith, Monday is family, Wednesday is fitness, and then future fellowship, Friday guest, findings from my guest. And that's 7 days a week. I'm going to be doing that at least through 200 episodes. And so today, being Monday, I am talking about family. And you may be single, you may be married, you may have kids, you may not have kids, you may have a lot of family, you may have no family. And so I can't speak to every single story. I'll speak to my experience. And I think that this could have an impact on you in your marriage, in other elements of your family, or you could even apply this to different relationships you have in your life. The principle today is stop keeping score. And guys, this podcast, the last thing I want anyone to think is that I think that I have my life together. Anyone in my family, anyone that knows me well, certainly my wife, Erica, can listen to these episodes and say, hey, Hampton, I appreciate you saying that, but can you live that out for me today? And a big reason why I do this podcast is honestly for accountability for me. Like when I boldly declare some of the stuff that I believe, I have to look myself in the mirror at the end of the day and say, okay, I said that to a screen. I said that to people in their cars in the morning. But when my wife and the people that know me the most say that I live these things out. So that's a little sidebar for anyone listening. If you want some accountability in your life, boldly declare something to the world because you're more likely to actually do it. And so when I say stop keeping score, this is something that I've actually struggled with in marriage, in relationships where I feel like I have to one up the other person, or I'm kind of tallying what they're doing and tallying what I'm doing. When you're married, like right now for me, one of the things that I'm struggling to keep score with is the dishes or the laundry. Or now that we have a baby, it's like how many diapers get changed, or who cleans up the toys, or who cleans up the houses. And that's honestly just toxic. That's not very team oriented. That's very self oriented. And that can really nibble away at the health of a marriage. And I've found that when I'm sort of in an unhealthy spot, I'll make sure to, in a subtle way, like remind Erica, yeah, like I did the dishes, or yeah, I'm going outside to start the laundry. And, you know, she's going to say thank you, but is it that big of a deal if she doesn't notice that I helped with some of those things? No, it's not. Like, I don't have to get credit for all of it. It's not about getting credit. It's about like contributing to the family and being selfless. And I think a way that we can combat this is, if you are married, be mindful to look for and thank your spouse for the things that they are doing around the house. And then they will feel less need to keep score. And so I think I could do a better job of acknowledging all of the things that Erica is doing around the house and thank her for that. Thank her for the things that she's doing for our family, and remind her that I love her no matter what, and that she doesn't have to earn my love through doing things for us, through contributing financially, or through keeping the house in order, or our schedule and everything like that. Yeah, so that would be one of the things that I learned early on in marriage. It's a daily battle. I don't just wake up every morning wired to be selfless and to not keep score in the back of my mind. I don't wake up that way. I have to remind myself every day that it's not about keeping score. And so maybe have a conversation about this with your spouse, with your roommate, if you have one, with people in your family, and just say, hey, I don't want to keep score. I acknowledge all the great things that you do, and I hope that you can see some of the things that I do. Let's communicate with each other about where we need to help each other out, and not have kind of this quiet game going on in the background that could then lead to an argument or disagreement or misalignment later down the road. Hope this was helpful. I will see you tomorrow. It's time for you and me to wake up and lead.